AC Milan take on Napoli. This one finished 2-2. Great game as Don joins us to reflect on it. Don, do you reckon 2-2 a fair result?
I think just about, Dan. I mean, it was a strange game. It was a brilliant game, but 3 of the 4 goals all went against the run of play. Napoli started the game, the first 15 minutes, on fire. I mean, Dries Mertens and Insigne were creating chances left, right and centre, and Donnarumma was pulling off saves. And then Callejon missed an absolute sitter from about 2 or 3 yards. And then Milan scored a great goal, Rebic assist, Hernandez with a volley at the far post. It was just a sensational game, 1-1 at half-time, and then Milan were the best side by far in the second half. Napoli then took the lead, and then it took a penalty to get Milan back into the game. So a real fascinating game. A shame it ended 2-2, but I think it was just about the right result.
Donnarumma obviously disappointed, weren't he, with that goal that he conceded, the second for Napoli?
Yeah, he was, yeah. I mean, it's one of them ones where if you're a goalkeeper, the free kick was swung in with so much pace and it was really flat, and he was probably expecting runners to come across him. So you either try and judge the flight of the ball, or you try and judge if a Napoli player is going to get their head on the end of it, and he sort of flapped at it and it sort of just dropped down, and Di Lorenzo got a tap in. But he had a really good game, Donnarumma.
Meanwhile, penalty for you, the late pen, Don?
100%, yeah, 100%.
Why do you shake your head and say 100%? Shouldn't you say 100%?
100%.
It's like secret code. Save me now.
I think I was shaking my head at the defender for making a tackle when he should have just stayed on his feet. And Bonaventura just got a penalty, and it was like, what are you doing? Just stay on your feet.
Obviously, both these teams very close regarding their league positions. Who's better set, do you feel, going forward? A lot of talk about some big Napoli players being linked away from the club. Meanwhile, Milan, new coach, you imagine, coming, and that's certainly what we've heard. Yet another summer of rebuilding.
Yeah, I think starting on Napoli, I mean, go back to Maurizio Sarri, and he played exactly the same system as Gattuso's playing, and then Carlo Ancelotti then come in and sort of ripped the 4-3-3 up and went to a 4-4-2. And I was watching Napoli, and I was thinking they've never been a 4-4-2 side. So Gattuso's now come in, he's playing the same system with more or less the same players, and they look like the old Napoli. And Milan, I think if you're a Milan fan, you can be optimistic. The club was probably in financial ruin 2 or 3 years ago, and now they've got an age profile, apart from Zlatan, obviously. But the rest of the players are young, they're exciting, they're vibrant. You know, they've got some real talent, and they're competing. I don't think, obviously, they're finished product yet. It might take them a little while to get going. But I think if you're a Milan fan, you can see shoots of progress.
The one thing with Napoli, which people aren't talking about as much, I feel, at the moment, is that clash against Barcelona. 1-1, of course, set up for the second leg in the Champions League. Barca all over the place, completely at the moment, scraping victories against mediocre sides in La Liga. If you're Napoli, you think we go there, we get organised, we put pressure on them. There's a big argument to say they could pull off an upset in this one.
They could, because they're a talented side, and when you've got, you know, talented players on the pitch, especially in the middle of the park, you think they can create chances. Koulibaly's an absolute rock at the back, one of the best centre halves in world football. And then you think of Insigne, Arkadiusz Milik, Dries Mertens, Callejon. They've got enough at the top end of the pitch to worry anyone. It's just on their day, can they do it? Because they've lost some bad games in Serie A this season, which a Napoli side should never, ever be losing. But against the very best side, you would always give Napoli a chance because of that forward line.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.